So I'm not proud of what I'm about to tell people. In fact, I'm pretty embarrassed and ashamed of it. But I can't live this lie anymore, and I have to get this off my heart, okay? I've never publicly admitted this, so this is difficult. I was once a tree hugger. I was once an emotional tree hugger that was worried about my horse's feelings all the time. There, I said it. I've made fun of these people my whole life, but I was once one of them. And it started when I was a little pussy and I didn't have a backbone. And it was probably about the age of probably 15. I was reading books like True Unity by Tom Dorrance, and I was reading The Thinking Horseman by Ray Hunt. And these books had me convinced that if I just rewarded every little try, and I just released every little bit of pressure, I could get every horse to love its job, and every horse to want to be a champion, and every horse to love me, and they would just run up to me in the pasture, and we'd bond together and grow together. And I was convinced that I could make every horse a champion if I just tried hard enough and rewarded enough and built their confidence enough. So I was 100% going full retard tree hugger. Okay, I'm eating this shit up, hook, line, and sinker. And then something happened where I had this black mare to break in for a guy in Rockhampton. I was working for Gordon McKinley, so I would have been 15 years old. Okay, and 16 by this point. And she was just a nasty bitch. I mean, bad attitude, penny-eared, tail-switching, just a fucking bitch. And she came like that. She wasn't even halter broke when we got her, okay? So you can't say somebody else screwed it up. She was just a bad-minded bitch, okay? So I'm out there every day. Every time she pricks her ears forward, I stop and reward her. Every time she tries a little bit, I love on her and pat her and release the pressure. And I'm convinced after reading True Unity by Tom Dorrance and Thinking Horseman by Ray Hunt that these motherfuckers are going to be just reading the gospel to me every night, okay? That's how well these horses are going to get trained. So after about 3 weeks, Gordon McKinley comes down to the stockyards and he watches me train this black mare. I've probably got 10 rides on her by now, something like that, 15 maybe. And it just looks like shit. The groundwork shit, the riding shit, all of it's just horrible. Well, anybody that knew Gordon McKinley, you knew that when he gave you an arse ripping, he could rip you up one side and down the other and spit you out, okay? So he cusses me out up one side and down the other and says, "What the fuck have you been doing? You've been down here for 3 weeks with this horse, and it looks this shitty? What have you been doing?" "Oh, Gordon, you don't understand. She's really penny-eared, and she's tail-switchy, and she hates her job, and she hates everything, and I'm trying to get her to like it, and I'm trying to get her to bond with me, and I'm trying to get her to really understand that we're not her enemy." He looked at me and said, "I don't give a fuck what you have to do. The owner's coming here in a week. Fix this shit. Get this a lot better. You got a week." Well, when Gordon told you to do something, it was yes, sir, thank you, sir, and please don't yell at me again, sir. That was all you said, okay? So here's what I did. For the next week, I asked this mare politely to do everything I asked her to do, whatever that's lunge, back up, flex. I'd always ask her very politely and soft. And when she didn't do it or didn't want to do it, I'd just jump on her ass and go from low energy to high energy. I'd light a fire under this bitch's ass like you wouldn't believe. Ask her, tell her. Ask her, tell her. And after about 2 or 3 days, when I said ask, she's Johnny on the spot. Yes, sir. You want left? I want to go left. You want right? I want to go. You want to back up? I want to back up. I got more training done in that last week than what I did in the entire 3 weeks of me fucking around with this thing, trying to get this mare to love her life, love her job, love being with a human. Now, at the end of the 4 weeks, was she still a bitch? Absolutely. Did she still ring a tail? Absolutely. Did she pin her ears? Not as much, no. Did she like what she was doing? Not really. But at least she was doing it. Where a week earlier, she wasn't really doing shit and still had a shitty attitude. After that day, I officially dropped my tree hugger union card. After that day, I learnt that there is a time and a place when we're done asking, and it turns into telling. You always ask first, politely. It goes from ask to tell. People that don't show horses, and compete in any event, have no concept of a deadline. They have no concept of get the job done because time's infinite to them. Even though this mare wasn't going to get shown in a week, her owner was coming to see her in a week. And her owner wanted to know where'd all her hard-earned money go. So we had to show her we've been working with a horse and the horse could actually be safe, rideable, etc. Okay? So that changed my whole outlook. Horses' personalities are just as varied as people. There are some sweet people in the world that are just impossible to offend. They'll give you the shirt off their back. They're the most kind, gentle, great human beings in the world. And there's other human beings in the world that are just absolute evil shitheads. They'll steal from you. They'll take from you. They'll do anything they can to hurt you. And then humans are always in between these two extremes. That's horses' personalities too. My method will make any horse better. Will it make a bad-minded horse into a good-minded horse? Probably not, but it'll make a bad-minded horse a better horse. Will it make an average horse better? Absolutely. Will it make a great-minded horse greater? Absolutely. But you can't turn chicken shit into Kentucky Fried Chicken. You can't turn a hooker into a housewife. You can't turn an Amish woman into a stripper. She just won't dance. So this whole bullshit about every horse is going to love its job, they're not. Now, as horsemen, my job is to try to place a horse where I think it can excel. So if it doesn't like being a reining horse, I try to make, if it likes to be in a barrel racing horse, make it a barrel racing horse. If it doesn't like that, maybe make it a trail horse. If it doesn't like that, maybe make a roping horse. I want to try to put my horses in areas in life where they can excel and enjoy what they're doing. But there are just some horses that are just really bad-minded, and you're not going to change that. You can get them to do what you want, but you're not going to change it, okay? So I think all the what I call quote-unquote natural horsemanship tree huggers people, if they ever had to compete in any event, they would soon change their attitude about some of the things they believe. They could be barrel racing they compete in, pole bending, cutting, reining, cow horse, competitive trail. When you are judged, you have to get the horse to do it now, right now. Not when he feels like it, not when you've tried 7 stops in a row and then finally the last stop he stops good and he gets judged on that. No, he's got to stop now. There's a whole realism to showing a horse. Ian Francis likes to talk about this. He says the difference between idealism and realism. Idealism is what these people live in. My horse is going to love me, love his life, love everything about it. We're just going to love each other and the whole world's going to work. And then there's realism, is that's not how the fucking world works. For humans or animals. Okay? That's not how it works. So, when you show horses and compete, you live in the realism world. This is real. You got to get this done. Just like most human beings have got to get up and go to their job every day, even if they don't want to. They've got to feed a family. They've got bills to pay. Okay, that's realism right there. Idealism is what these other people, these tree-hugging idiots, live in. Okay? So, Ian Francis, this is one of the most funniest jokes in the world to me. Okay? And this joke explains the difference between realism and idealism, okay? Now, if you are offended by bad language, this is where you shut the video off right now. Are we clear about this? So no bitching. If you don't like bad language, I told you, shut the video off now, okay? If you have a sense of humor and you don't have a massive stick jammed up your ass, you will probably enjoy this joke, okay? So there's this 15-year-old boy, and he's at the kitchen table, and he's doing his homework. And his dad comes home from work, and he says to his son, "How you doing, son?" He says, "Oh, Dad, not too good. I'm frustrated." And he says, "What's wrong?" And he says, "Well, I've got to write this essay and the difference between realism and idealism. And I'm having trouble writing it." And the father says, "Well, that's easy, son. That's not hard at all." And he says, "Well, Dad, I don't get it. I don't understand the difference between idealism and realism." And he says, "Okay, here's what I want you to do. Go find your sister and ask your sister, would she suck the neighbor's dick for $1 million? Go ask her and come back and tell me what she says." So he runs upstairs, finds his sister. She's 18. And, "Would you suck the neighbor's dick for $1 million? "Absolutely, I'd do it for $1 million. Yes." She runs back downstairs, tells his dad, "Yeah, Dad, she said she'd do it." "Okay, son, you got it now, correct? You understand the difference between realism and idealism and realism?" "No, son, no, Dad, I don't get it." "Okay, listen. Go find your mother. Ask your mother, would she suck the neighbor's dick for $1 million? So she runs upstairs. "Ma, would you suck the neighbor's dick for $1 million? "Absolutely, for $1 million, yes." Comes back down. "Dad, she said she'd do it for $1 million. "Okay, son, you got it now, correct? You understand the difference now, correct?" "No, Dad, I still don't get it." "Okay, listen. Go find your brother. Ask your brother, would he suck the neighbor's dick for $1 million? So he goes up and finds his little brother and says, "Would you suck the neighbor's dick for $1 million? "Fuck yeah, I'd do it for free." So he runs back down and tells his dad, "Well, Pete said he'd do it for free, Dad." And the father says, "Now, son, you've got it now, correct? There's no doubt in your mind. You understand the difference between realism, idealism, and realism, correct?" "No, I don't get it." "Well, son, it's pretty easy, okay? Idealistically, we're sitting on a $2 million asset. Realistically, we've just got a couple of cores that are homosexual." That is the best joke in the world. Idealistically, we're sitting on a $2 million asset. But realistically, we don't have that, do we? Okay? I still laugh at that joke 25 years later. It's one of Ian Francis's favorite jokes, okay? But that, to me, is the difference between living in a make-believe fucking world and a real world. Have a wonderful day, guys.